Hello to the camera, to the ether. Um, the past few days I've been really late to the stream because well, I've been sitting and playing video games with my friends, which is, well, very enjoyable. But I'm starting to think maybe I shouldn't be playing so often because I get to bed late, and if I get to bed late, I wake up late, and it just sets in motion a whole set of very unfavorable actions. The thing is, if I sleep late now and then just try to wake up early, that doesn't really happen because I find that I really need my sleep to function. I'm not like the kind of people, so I'm not like the people that can function on 4 or 5 hours of sleep. I mean, I can if I really have to, but ideally, for me to be actually capable of functioning, or rather, comfortably and sustainably capable of functioning, I need to get up. I need to get 7 to 8 hours of sleep, and ideally I get up early. But lately I've just been playing video games into the night, and then getting to my work, which means I get to sleep at around 3:30, which isn't great. I looked through some of my old videos. I read through my some of the entries that I made in my diary. I found that the theme is always recurring, in that I'm always looking to be more prepared, often remarking that the fact that I wasn't more prepared is the thing that undeniably hurts my performance. Even though I don't carry any regret with me, there is a part of me that thinks, if I am consistently trying to improve on this, does that mean I've never really made any progress on it? Which is why it's always an open point in my head that this is something that is a constant botheration. Now, I think if I have to answer truthfully, the past 2 months haven't been too productive. They haven't been productive not because I don't have work output. My work output is good, or rather, it was good up until I was in the office. Right now, it's taken a small hit because I'm still getting adjusted to being disciplined in this physical area. But it's not so much the work output itself that's gotten impacted, it's the mindset. The past 2 months, I've been on my phone a lot more often, and it's bad. It went up from an average of 2 hours to an average of 6 hours. I don't know the exact figures, but there are more 8 9 hour days on the phone this month than I have had ever. So definitely not something that I'm looking forward to. That, and the fact that my enunciation of words is taken a small hit. I don't know exactly what's happening, but I have a thought. I try to like speak it out, but gibberish ends up coming out. And I think the only fix all to all of this is getting more sleep and getting off my phone, and which is the same thing I've been saying, which means that I haven't really made any progress on the things that I claim that I'm working on, because I'm not really working on them, because I get the gratification from saying that I am working on them. So fuck the gratification. I'm gonna actually do it, or rather, I am doing it. Fuck it. I'm gonna do it tonight, which is it meaning that I'm gonna use my phone a lot less often. That's it. That's pretty much it. And the problem is that every time I make a rule like this for myself, I either don't think about it long enough to actually define what you know the way that I'm going to follow it is going to be. I set myself up with um, unrealistic expectations, and I end up crashing out and not being able to stick to it. The same way that, if you set up an unrealistic diet for yourself, you're more likely to fail and then feel miserable because you failed. Now, I have to set a reasonable expectation for myself. Right now, on average, I'm using my phone 6 hours a day. I gotta get it down to 2, and in that 2 hours, it's 1 hour of just brainless reading. Even though I do a lot of scrolling, I found that most of my reels are just Tumblr posts that have been screenshotted out and placed in background music. So if I just remove the background music bit, it's just Tumblr that I'm scrolling through on Instagram reels for some reason. But nonetheless, I will come up with a social media diet, or rather just a media diet. So I have nutrition, which is healthy, knowledgeable, meaningful stuff, as well as some of the fucking garbage junk to keep things tasty and keep things fun. Anyways, that's pretty much it for the day. I have this on because I've oiled my hair and my scalp seems more visible than usual, and I'm acutely aware of it. Even though I went through old pictures and found that my hairline has pretty much stayed the same for the past year, it's just the fear of it thinning any further that kind of gets to me. But nevertheless, it is not within my control. I will fight for it, but it is not within my control what the universe decides to do with it. But in fighting for it is how I show that I care. So, here is me fighting for things that I care. Good night here to the camera and to the ether. And if either one of you watch this, bye bye.